Korean rom-com Single and Seoul reinforces singledom as a choice. Streaming in parts of Asia, Lee Dong-wook starer, Single and Seoul, Bilibili, extols singlehood a little more than it should. Paired with Lim Soo-young and featuring Isum, with a message about today's romance culture, you'd think it'd be a winner. But unfortunately, it falls a little flat. Lim plays Joo Hyun-jin, a chief editor who's pulling together a pairing of writers extolling their fabulous single lives in sparkling cities, Seoul and Barcelona. She loses her local writer to pregnancy, less single than she thought, and must quickly find someone else. Conveniently, her boss knows a fresh, new writer. Enter Lee Dong-wook as Park Young-ho, a single professor and aspiring author who's not terribly malleable, a perfect candidate for singlehood. He's literally only got one mug in his apartment. Young-ho is more than happy to share his perfect methods of enjoying the largesse of Seoul without a plus one. Initially exalting his lifestyle over social media, he's now ready to convert his wisdom into book form, a desired feather in his cap. As the storyline progresses, it becomes not so shockingly clear that his current man is an island-style philosophy has been ingrained thanks to a previous heartbreak. As Young-ho works with editor Joo, who's also single with a history of misreading flirtation scenarios, they get to know one another, subtly impacting the other's point of view. At the same time, Joo is also working with a more experienced Korean writer who's writing the corresponding Barcelona book. The change in the tension comes about when Young-ho's ex-girlfriend, the one who set him on the road to singledom, makes an appearance. And he's faced with having to reconsider his memory of the way things went down through someone else's eyes. As one who'd been rather committed to his previous point of view, he finds himself off balance and left questioning his feelings. Directed by Park Bum-soo, Victory, Red Carpet, and written by Lee Ji-min, I expected more from the prolific and emotive screenwriter. Lee's scripts for The Man Standing Next and The Drug King made outstanding movies out of much more complex subjects, to name a few. Additionally, with Lee's rom-com legacy, from Tale of the Nine-Tailed to Touch Your Heart paired with Lim's leading roles in Melancholia and Chicago Typewriter, and, of course, Isum, LTNS, Kill Bok-soon, it seems like a concept that would resonate reinforced by a cast of veterans. Unfortunately, however, it lacks spark. In fact, the comical moments aren't markedly funny either, disappointing in both the rom and the com. What Single and Seoul does is point out that being single may not be quite as much of a choice as people, such as Young-ho, might pridefully make it out to be. One reason could be based on fear, not of the unknown but the known. A basic been there and it sucked response. Around the world, there's reports of low birth rate in multiple countries, including in South Korea. So maybe there's something to this. At a press conference in Seoul for the film, 42-year-old Lee talked about his own single status and mixed personal feelings over his character's experience. He notes that he too would like to enjoy grilled meat in a restaurant on his own, like Young-ho recommends, but that it's on another level, in South Korea. In fairness, it's tough to get a grilled meat restaurant to allow you a table for one, but perhaps not if you're Lee Dong-wook. Lee shares, "My single life is not any different to that of my character. I eat, sleep when I want, watch movies if I'm in the mood. That's the perk of being single. When I get home after enjoying drinks with friends, I feel comfortable alone rather than feeling empty." Conversely, dating is about sharing time, space, and feelings. I find myself wanting to share these things with someone else, but at the same time, I also feel comfortable alone. Lee hits the conundrum in a couple of lines. If there were someone with whom you wanted to share your time, space, and feelings, you would, wouldn't you? But if not? As Young-ho points out, he's the perfect match for himself. In a country highly dedicated to communal eating, yet with a growing population of singletons stuck for options, the imagined book sounds like a great idea. Like 2023's Because I Hate Korea, based on a novel, it offers an alternative lifestyle to that of the norm. With growing financial independence and decreasing pressure to satisfy family expectation, the urgency to pair up softens as well. Perhaps in the coming years, we'll find more Korean barbecue tables for one. The dark colors and slow pace of Single and Seoul mirror that slightly down feeling, like unrelenting chilly weather in spring, even as the romance should be picking up and brightening the atmosphere. In short, the film feels like it achieves the opposite of a romantic comedy, as the developing connection misses the mark, lacking chemistry and zing. Instead, it reflects a question heard round the world, only to be answered by each individual: is partnering worth the price? Did you enjoy Single and Seoul? If you've got questions, check out our Single and Seoul ending explained story or drop them in the comments below.